So, you just went through a divorce from your German spouse, and now you're wondering what happens next in terms of your residence rights in Germany. First off, let's clarify that your situation depends heavily on whether you were living in Germany during your marriage and how long you've been there. If you were living in Germany for a few years together, you might be holding a residence permit based on your marriage. But here's the kicker. Once you get divorced, that residence permit can get a little shaky. Generally, if your marriage lasted for less than 3 years, your residence permit might be revoked once the divorce is finalized. But if you've been married for more than 3 years, you could still keep your residence rights even after the split. Now, let's break this down further into what you need to do if you find yourself in this situation. First and foremost, make sure you check the specific terms of your residence permit. Sometimes, the permit will have conditions regarding what happens if you separate or get divorced. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to consult with a lawyer who specializes in immigration law. They can help you navigate the legal maze and figure out what your options are. One option you might have is to apply for a different type of residence permit, like one based on employment or study. If you can secure a job or enroll in a school, that could open up a whole new path for you to stay in Germany. Also, keep in mind that if you have children together, that can affect your residence rights too. Having custody or co-parenting arrangements can provide you with more stability and rights in the country. Let's say you're not planning to move out of Germany right away. That's totally fine. You can apply for a residence permit on your own merit, but you'll need to gather some paperwork. This usually includes proof of employment, proof of financial stability, and sometimes even health insurance. It may sound like a lot, but it's just the standard process to ensure you can support yourself. If you've been in Germany long enough, you might even consider applying for permanent residency. This typically requires you to have lived there for a certain number of years, usually around 33 months, but it can be shorter if you're fluent in German. Learning the language can really help you blend in and make life easier after the divorce. Plus, it's a great way to make new friends and expand your social circle. Now, let's say you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by the whole process. That's completely normal. Divorce is tough, and dealing with residence rights on top of that can feel like a lot. Don't hesitate to reach out to support groups or community organizations that can help you through this transition. They often have resources, advice, and emotional support to help you get back on your feet. And remember, it's okay to take your time figuring everything out. You don't have to rush into decisions, and it's important to consider what works best for you and your future. Keep in mind that staying informed is key. Laws and regulations can change, so keeping up to date on immigration policies in Germany is a smart move. You can